Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to episode 4 of Sweat Series, a series where I use the best strategies in Battles 2. Now, if you guys missed the previous episodes, make sure to check those out. Our current Sweat Series record is indeed 14-1, so I got my first loss in the previous video. But today, let's see how I can do. And it looks like our first opponent is that Top Ninja 2. We got a Neo Highway, which I'm not really a fan of this map, so I'm going to throw a skip on it. And we're going to be on Coru. Okay. This is a good map because in my last video, if you missed it, I was doing a little bit of practicing with Bomb Ninja Farm and BTN. And this strategy does indeed work in Coru, so we're gonna bring it. Opponent brought Cyber Quincy's. I think everyone knows what strategy they are most likely going. Attack, Wizard, Farm, Cyber Quincy. Start with the bomb right here though, not targeting. That is how you play it. And I probably shouldn't send that many red balloons, yeah. Spaced blues are better just because I wanna get my BTN down early and then upgrade the bomb shortly after that. So we'll leak less if I send spaced blues. Actually might not be Attack Wizard Farm though, judging by the fact that they're starting with the Wizard, and that's not really what you typically see. Okay, I went for BTN right here, which might have actually been a mistake. Typically, I place BTN so it can clean up balloons at the very end of the map. The reason I did the middle is because BTN also reveals camo balloons in the range, and revealing camo balloons around this middle section is a little bit more useful, but yeah, not having BTN in the back is gonna hurt me. I mean, I guess I can clean up on the AI path in the back, which is decent. We have to tower boost. We have to tower boost. I feel like I made a big mistake with my BTN placement already. It's all good. We got the cluster bomb now, so that's worth something. Let's go making honey mode for a little bit. First targeting again. And I'm actually just going to upgrade bigger bombs early. That way I can utilize making honey mode some more. Just to start regaining some life count. Oh, and I need to actually go off making honey mode because pink balloons are really annoying. A little bit of a rough start, I'm not gonna lie. I think most of the rough start is generated by my bad BTN placement as well. This is just not where you want to have BTN on this map. If I did it again, I would have BTN somewhere in this location. I think would be best. I mean, look at this, we're leaking to pink balloons. Last time I went this strategy, I did not leak to pink balloons at all with BTN. Alright. We can use the, what's it called, Bee Swarm on round 5 to defend the initial white balloons. And then I'm pretty much just going to need to upgrade heavy bombs, is the way I have to play this. It's kind of unfortunate, but I'm too low in life count to risk it. Right, back to making honey mode. Let's hope heavy bombs defends everything. I don't need to use BTN on first targeting. That way I can actually regain some lives finally. It's looking to be the case. On the bright side, my opponent doesn't have that crazy of farms, because they went for a 3-0-1 wizard start, which isn't very cheap comparatively to like attack shooter start. If they had attack, for example, their farms would be a lot better right now. Greater production, nice. First, okay, we defend that. Perfect. And they've actually stopped their eco, interesting. So Mr. That Top Ninja 2 might be playing for like an early bank. Most of the time if someone stops their eco super early, that's the play people do. We'll see though. Not typically one who likes the low eco early bank play, but who knows? Actually, no, that's not going to be an early bank. You saw they have the bottom cross path with the top path farm, so they're going to go for an early plantation instead. Also interesting. We can try some Space Purples their way. I don't think Space Purples do anything against Cyber Quincy Wizard, though. I'm pretty sure Cyber Quincy has enough Pierce to pop all the... Actually, maybe not. Before Cyber Quincy ability. Normally, Cyber Quincy has enough Pierce to pop all the purple layers down, though, from what I've seen. Maybe... Okay, we forced another Wizard. That's good. Looks like they're fine now, though. Nicely done. Okay. We'll let them be. Third farm on my side. Now we gotta remember, we have a massive eco lead on them, even though they've got that farm lead, since they haven't ecoed much at all for a while. Let's keep that in mind. I think we'll go for a ninja right here. They got up a necromancer. Nicely done. Purpose of this ninja should be pretty obvious. We want to go for a flash bomb. Flash bomb works great with the cluster bomb because it stuns stuff in the cluster bomb's range, and it also allows me to, okay, tower boost this. I should just be fine against all of this. Not even close, not even close. Alright, are you gonna re-rush me or what? I couldn't even explain what I was talking about because this guy got crazy with the rushes. I think I'm fine against all this stuff. They balloon boost again, they tower boost on their side. Not even close, not even close. I don't even know why that was so close, to be honest. I feel like with 3 clusters and a flash bomb, we should have easily defended there. Like from the rip, but targeting got thrown off a little bit. I'm happy I still won that. Alright, we got Mr. Bobby for the next match. Neo Highway, once again, is the starting map. I'm going to throw a skip on this if my opponent doesn't. Wait, last possible second. Skip. Okay, building site. And they skip that. We get Castle Ruins. Alright, I mean, I'm fine with Castle Ruins. We've had some nice Castle Ruins games inside of the Sweat series. So let's see if we can get another one. Go Benjamin, of course. They brought Cyber Quincy, okay. And I'll stick with my classic Dartling Ninja farm. I'm assuming they're going attack. Obviously, I could be wrong, though. Last time I was wrong and they were not going attack strategy. We don't even know what the opponent's third was last time, now that I think about it. They only used Wizard and farm. Okay. Start with Dartling right here. And, ooh, they're anti-stalling with Quincy. It's Quincy Boat, actually, so it's probably not attack anyways. The problem with the anti-stall with Quincy is I don't think I'm going to be able to get a Benjamin round 1. I'm not going to be able to place it in time, right? Because Quincy just popped all the balloons super early. Let's see. Yeah, there's no way I would get that done in time. Nicely done with Quincy play. Well done. In hindsight, it would have been optimal for me just in constant reds in round 1, since there was no chance I was going to get Benjamin down in time anyways. If I sent constant reds, I would have a little bit more eco, but, you know, it's fine. We'll just get a round 2 Benjamin placed right around here. And now I will save for the powerful darts. I need to wait for 2 more eco boosts. I will leak a couple lives in the process, but that is fine and dandy. Alright, come on. Powerful darts, let's go. Target the Dartling a little bit. Mitigate leaks. Everything's okay here. Hey, they already got their cannon ship up. That's actually a really early cannon ship. Interesting. Will be more than enough to defend, for sure. But I feel like you gotta greed out, I don't know, a merchantman or something beforehand, at least. Especially if you're going Quincy. Quincy should allow you to greed quite a bit with your boat farms early. Let's get our first farm down, speaking about farms. Banana Farmer. What's it called? Balloon Bot. And they got a sniper down. Okay, I mean, this guy might not just be very experienced with the loadout then. Like, that sniper is not needed at all currently with their setup. The cannon ship's gonna defend pretty much everything, especially with Cyber Quincy to clean up until round 9 Zebras. So I don't know how this game's... So this game might not be one that's going super late. I feel like I can definitely rush Bomb Sniper currently as well. We don't know what their third is, obviously. So third might be something that's good for round 13 defense, but Bow and Sniper alone some. Not very good against Region Rainbows. Alright, round 6. I'm gonna upgrade you. Faster Barrelspin. And I probably need to get a second Dartling on my end as well. They got up a second Sniper, okay. This guy's a Sniper Maniac. Let's go for a second farm on my end. Now, typically with my strategy, the way you want to play it is build a second farm into quality soil, then top path, and just get an early marketplace because Benjamin buffs the marketplaces, so it's pretty OP. But I don't think I'm going to go all the way for a marketplace this time. The reasoning behind it is I'm going to pressure my opponent. That's the plan. Send them some rushing. Send them some rushes, rather. Since Boat and Sniper shouldn't do that well defensively. And if I built up a marketplace early, I would have less money to rush them. So let's just stop my eco right here at 576. It's a fair amount. Spike Factory is your third. Yeah, Spike Factory is not really going to help out at all against Region Rainbows. I got a feeling Region Rainbows are going to be this guy's demise. None of their towers are great defenses against it. You could say, what about Full Auto Rifle? Full Auto Rifle can do decent, but it still regrow farms him a lot. Especially if you can bait Tower Boost beforehand, which I'm going to try on round 11. Let's see. Okay, we forced Tower Boost and Quincy level 3. That's fantastic. Exactly what we're looking for. Now they're going to have 0 abilities available for round 13 without towers that can defend Region Rainbows well. I don't think there's a single way they can defend this rush, but I could be proven wrong. Sell you, and hold it down. What's your plan, brother? Yeah, it's just not even close. That's what I was talking about. None of those towers are great alone some. I mean, Bolt, for example, can defend those types of rushes, but you need an Alchemist or an Ice Tower paired with it. You know what I'm saying? Boat alone is not good against Region Rainbows. Alright, third match of today's video. We got Juno, the Queen of the Jungle. Map is Garden, they throw a skip on it. Got Pyroco for the next time, I throw a skip on this. And Time's Up is what we're stuck with. Okay. I think we go back to Bomb Ninja Farm, in all honesty. I feel like that's the new strategy I'm going to be running on some of these harder maps. I liked it when I ran it yesterday, or 2 days ago. Let's try it. Now, Juno brought Fateweaver Adora, which I think is a pretty interesting hero pick. So we have to be really careful because for BTN to be effective on this map, we need to place BTN towards the center, which means it's going to give their Fateweaver Adora more effectiveness because it'll speed up balloons around the center of the map. And that's pretty much where all of this map is placed, you know what I'm saying? So Fateweaver Adora sacrifice rushes are going to be really deadly for me, is all I've got to say. Got to be super careful about that. Right, BTN down right here though. It's probably Attack Wizard Farm Fateweaver. This is my guess, but it could be something else. Send some greens their way. And we'll go Frag Bombs next. There we go. Nice. Hopefully we don't leak too much in this early game. We should have an easier time in the early game than I did on Coru, just because Coru, I obviously had some mistakes with my placements and whatnot. I don't know about the target on this bomb though. Close seems to be kind of not doing too hot. Or not close, strong. Maybe close would have been better, is what I was trying to say. Alright, Frag Bomb, or Cluster Bomb. Nice. Now we're actually defending. That's good. And there is the banana farm from Juno, as expected. No surprise there. Okay. Do I need to upgrade bigger bombs? Yes. 100%. And even with bigger bombs, pink balloons are a little bit deadly. Oh, no, we're handling. This is okay. Make sure it's in white balloons to start of round 5. Assuming they're going to do the exact same thing. We will use a bee swarm here. And opponent got their blade shooter up, nicely done. One more eco boost, I can get my heavy bombs up. There we go. And now I should be chilling, enough to utilize making honey mode, hopefully. Yeah, bomb defends everything with 203 here. That's good. Start upgrading you. I am very scared about those Fateweaver Adora rushes though later. We're gonna have to I don't know how we'll play against it. The extra speedy rushes are gonna be very difficult to deal with. Especially if it's a phase balloon. Think about that. Phase balloons jumping forward and Fateweaver Adora speeding them up. That's gonna be scary. On the bright side, hopefully we'll have some sort of life buffer to help us out from BTN. I'm gonna really try to focus on utilizing the making honey as much as possible. And they're going for a second attack. Maybe it's not wizard. Might be something else. Like mortar. I don't know. What are they gonna do against zebras? Okay, second blade shooter, okay. Yeah, so it's not gonna be wizard here, I don't think. It's ice. Interesting. Ice with Fateweaver Adora over Gwendolyn or Snowpat. Okay. I respect it. They go for an ice shards. Let's do this. We both tower boost, fair enough. They brought in embrittlement. Upgrade flash bomb on my end. We have a nice little farm advantage now. I should be fine against this. Yep. Let's try this at them. What's their plan? Maelstrom? Alright, I'm happy with that. I don't think I'm gonna go for a bank here. I think bank's too risky on this map, with how this early game's played out too. So I'm just gonna go for a little bit more eco. With a plant. Let's go 900 to 1,000 eco, I think. Gotta be careful in case it's gonna be around 16 rush. With Fateweaver Sacrifice. Alright, we'll stop at 1,000. There we go, 1,001. That's fair. Second plantation on my end. I know it's very greedy. I'm fine with it though. Let's see if they send me any Moabs. Two Moabs. I should be fine against this. I don't want to use any abilities against this. Yeah, we're good. Saving BT level 3 for fortified Moabs is pretty important, I think. Third plantation. Let's send one of these. Okay, forcing a, what's it called? Overdrive. That's good. That'll defend. I'm gonna go for a bank on my end, I think. Oh wait, they're dead. What just happened? On my side, they leaked nothing. That must have been quite unlucky. I don't know. It looked like they easily defended for me, but somehow, I guess Bloons got by. Okay, well, I'll take it, I guess. Okay, funny enough, after that third match, update 4.1 actually has been released. I'll definitely be covering these update patch notes and just some of the changes in future videos, but back to the Sweat Series games. Oh, okay, we got a sweaty opponent for this match on Cobra Command. Interesting. I think this is like #1 on the leaderboard right now, crazy enough. All right, I guess I'll go BTN just because I hope they skip. Fair enough. Time's up. Do I stick with BTN Ninja Farm, Bomb, or do I go something else? I think we'll stick with it. All right, they're going Fateweaver Adora, fair enough. But yeah, this is probably going to be a loss. This guy, I'm pretty sure, is #1 on the leaderboard, and I haven't played since the new update, so new update made a ton of changes to the meta. This strategy in specific that I'm bringing got nerfed a lot, but I don't really want to try out new strategies mid-episode, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have less success trying out new strategies than just sticking with the old nerfed loadouts. Let's see what we can do here, though. Definitely going to try to put up a fight, and maybe we can pull away with a win. Start with the bomb. They're starting with the tack shooter, fair enough. And tack Fateweaver Adora, most likely tack Ice Farm or tack Wizard Farm. They also changed some stuff with the Bloon Sins and Eco, which is really interesting. I don't think any of the early Eco Sins were changed, but like Group Whites and Group Black Bloons were both nerfed, from my memory. Okay, force attack upgrade, that's good. Now we just save for the cluster bombs next. Actually, they aren't sending me yet, so we don't need to get cluster bombs technically. Oh, now we do. Now we do. Yeah, there we go. All is good. Didn't leak too much yet. Let's go making honey mode for a second. Just because I can. They got their banana farm down. Nicely done. First targeting. Bigger bombs. I am going to get out farmed early just because tack start is obviously much cheaper than bomb start. That's to be expected here. No surprise with that, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, after this eco boost, I should be able to afford a banana farm. There we go. And we have to be careful about Fateweaver Adora on this map, because Fateweaver Adora can speed up the Bloons around BTN, so that's going to be really deadly. Beast Swarm. Alright, and we will get heavy bombs now. Perfect. Back to making honey mode. Decent start. So what got nerfed with this strategy? I think farm got a bunch of changes. Mainly with like the middle path farm from my memory. But Ninja got a ton of nerfs. Like everything almost on Ninja got nerfed. So that's the main part that got nerfed with this loadout. I'm not sure how much it's going to impact my strategy, because I think a lot of the nerfs come late game for Ninja. And most likely Time's Up is not going to go late game, but we'll see. Maybe it will go late game if neither of us choke, because this is a very good opponent. Alright, they got their second banana farm down. Nicely done. Just continuing to regain lives on my end. Let's get my second farm down. Perfect. And yeah, I'm assuming their third is ice. I mean, there's a chance it's something else. We don't exactly know, obviously. But tack ice Fateweaver Adora is a strategy I have been seeing a little bit in Whole Masters. They're going for a second tack shooter as well, which is indicative of ice. See if I can force the blade shooter up. There we go. There's the ice tower. Let's go Ninja here. They sold for an ice shards. Nice. We're gonna do this. That appeared to do nothing, actually. I thought we would do something at least there, huh? Should be fine against all of that. Okay, force the embrittlement, that's good. Let's try again on the rush. Force tower boost, that's good. Okay. I'll take a tower boost force. Really, they did nothing? Huh. I guess I'm overestimating their defense. Or underestimating it. I know I could have balloon boosted. Let's use Beast Swarm here. Think. Or are they gonna re-rush me? Should be fine against all of that. Yep. Back to making honey mode. Let's rush them. Okay, forced an Arctic Wind, that's good. And they sell their tack, fair enough. I don't think I'm gonna send any Moabs. They have Embrittlement. Embrittlement's great against Moabs. I feel like that was a bad rush to send. At least I could have sent less and forced the Embrittlement. I didn't need to send as much as I sent, if that makes sense. Okay, well they're going for some eco, which is interesting. I don't think I'm gonna play high eco, personally. Regular Moab? Okay. Fortified Moab will be swarm this. I don't feel like that was a very smart rush from them, but who knows. Multiple. Tower boost this. Okay, we're good. I think we send a regular BFB their way. See what this does. They're sending me one as well, okay. They tower boost. Wait, they tower boosted early. Okay, interesting. Let's B-swarm this. Tower boost. Impact. Are we good? Okay, they almost died. Let's do this. And let's sell you. Okay. We're good currently. Tower boost this. I should be fine. I'm dead. I'm dead! Why did I sell my imp? Dude, I sold so hard there. I actually had that win in the bag. I sold my Maulers and went for a second impact when I already had an impact for some reason. Yeah, I'm kind of mad after the last match. I feel like I was in a winning position for sure when we hit like round 22. But I lost that position by selling my Maulers, which was just really dumb. And then on top of that, I sent a fortified ZOMG, which was probably not necessary. I still think I could have defended with sending the fortified ZOMG, but it would have been smarter just to send like a regular ZOMG, or I honestly didn't even need to send anything at all, and I could have just went for the defend. Both would have worked. But yeah, I had a winning spot there, guys, and I feel like I could have done it. Just quite unfortunate. We'll see if we can win this last one, though, against the top ninja. They're going Druid, which I know Druid was buffed in the update. I'm just bringing Quincy with Boomerang. The reason I'm going Quincy over Cyber Quincy is because Cyber Quincy got nerfed a ton. So I was thinking, why not just go regular Quincy for a change? And we'll see how this ends up playing out. Should be a fun little match. Let's get Red Hot Rings. I don't know about Boomerang targeting or anything on this map, though. So we might struggle a little bit early. That's kind of what it's looking like at the moment. I would like to go for an early banana farm also, before I get Glaive Ricochet, which is probably too greedy, but I still think I'm going to do it. Just because that's who I am. I'm built from greed. I love to greed. I can't help myself sometimes. Alright, they got lightning early, so my opponent's not going to greed much, which is fine. We have Quincy ability now. Okay, so hopefully that's going to hold off long enough to get this, what's it called? Glaive Ricochet up and running. Oh, come on, one more eco boost. Yes, Glaive Ricochet. Okay, we're alive. Let's go. That was good. I didn't have to use tower boost to pull off the farm before the Glaive Ricochet, which is nice. Farmer and Balloon Bot. Perfect. Now I'll send some white balloons towards them. And let's also upgrade this to increase production. Lightning Druid's going to be able to defend everything for my opponent. For the most part, we can probably send some Yellow Balloons in round 7 to force the Druid of Wrath. That's what I'm thinking. It shouldn't require that many yellows to force it either, so that'll be a good plan. If we can force my opponent to spend a little bit more extra money early, it's perfect, because they have a late game advantage with Druid sub-farm, so we need to be aggressive and limit their farms. Actually, no, they just buy it anyways. Okay, so I don't even need to send Yellow Balloons. They just bought Druid of Wrath anyways. That's good. I will continue with the farm advantage then. Increase production. Nice. Let's go greater production. Okay. This is on first. Everything's fine. And we'll go for a third banana farm right there. 3 banana farm start should be solid, then I can pressure my opponent on round 11. That's the thing about Druid on this map as well. The Druid gets layered on a ton. And if you stop sending balloons for a second, the Druid of Wrath loses its attack speed. Because the way the Druid of Wrath works is it needs to be attacking to build up to its max attack speed. So if it stops attacking for a little bit, it won't be at max attack speed, and then round 11 rush is going to be more deadly as a result of that. So that's my plan. Alright, they're sending me zebras, which is odd. I'm gonna mortar down. I've got plenty of money to rush here. Do they have enough money for a... Actually, sending these balloons might have been dumb. Balloon boost? Okay, force tower boost. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's go. Even though they bought a reactor, we still force tower boost, which is huge. Now we'll be able to re-rush them on round 13, and they're gonna need to buy like a ballistic missile on top of that. And my opponent's gonna have a pretty expensive defensive setup. I might just send a small rush to bait the ballistic missile, because they're gonna buy it like immediately, since they're scared. Watch this. Yep, there we go. They bought 2 ballistic missiles, that's what I'm talking about. I knew they would bite on that. I knew for a fact they would react quick. Alright, tower boost this. Wincy ability. Get you up. Not even close. Turbocharge. Okay. Alright, what's their plan against round 16 now? They're dead next round. Or they're dead this round now. Yep. GG, that's how you do it. We'll take that win at the end. I knew for a fact that round 13 rush was gonna bait so much defense out of them. So, for episode 4 of Sweat Series, we have ended with 4,401 elo, meaning we are 58th on the leaderboard currently. Soon we're gonna be 50th, which is pretty cool. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Mehalic out. Peace, guys.